So hello everyone, in this tutorial I will explain how to design a CMOS inverter using Cadence Virtuoso. First I will start by creating a schematic in Cadence Virtuoso and then proceed to perform ADEL simulation. After that I will also verify with Aldo simulations. Finally I will move on to designing the layout of the CMOS inverter. So let's begin. Just right click here and press open terminal. After that, first you have to write CSH. So what is CSH command? It will help to invoke the C shell. So then write source./.cshrc CMOS 065. Basically what it will do, it will just sourcing the CSHRC file which will contain part of multiple tools and fix the specific environment variables to function correctly, and then enter. After that you should write Virtuoso end is the command. So when you execute Virtuoso end, it launches the Virtuoso server process in the background, allowing you to continue to use the terminal for the other task. Just enter here. So this is the log file. Basically this log file contains a detailed information about specific events, errors, warnings and activities that occur within a system or application. So it is basically used for monitoring. Now I will create a library. So just click on file, new and then library. In library you can write any type of name. So I am writing, because this is your first inverter, so I am named as first inverter. Okay, then you have to just click on attach to an existing library and then click on apply. So existing technology library, it is just a collection of pre-designed and characterized electronics components such as standard cell, memories, transistor and IO cells, etc. that are available for use in designing of integrated circuits, for example ICs, etc. Okay, so we will use these transistor in our CMOS inverter in further. So I will use CMOS 065, choose from here and then click on apply, then OK. Again I will OK this. So if this is the log file, you can clearly see here I have write design successful attached to the technology library, hence log file gets updated. Now I am going to create a cell in the same library. Go in file, new and then cell view. In library you have to choose your library which is first inverter and then write your choose your cell. Okay, I will write basic inverter because this is first, then I will also write 1, then OK. Session. So this is your window in which we are going to draw our schematic. So here is the instance name, create instance. Just if you want to click from here, just click here, or what you can do, cross it and press I on the keyboard. So same window pop up, just browse this. In the browse, search for CMOS 065. Okay, now because we want to draw our basic inverter, so I am search for NMOS. So this NMOS is NSBT-LP. So what this NSBT-LP means? Basically N is the NMOS, S for standard, VT is threshold voltage, LP is low power. There are many other NMOSs also like NLVT-LP, NHVT-LP. NLVT-LP is NMOS, low threshold voltage and low power. So similarly PSVT-LP, PHVT-LP and PLVT-LP also present. First I will choose NSVT-LP and then close. Here you can choose your width and length according you can change the width according to you and then hide. because this is NMOS, and in inverter NMOS is attach here. Similarly, okay, I have choose the PMOS also. Now just to connect, for the connection you can press W, or from here you can just choose create narrow wire also, or just press W and connect these. I am connecting the drains of the two transistors and gates also. Now I am going to place the ports, or we can say create pin. Here I will give input. Similarly other ports also, let me fix it. For out you have to choose the direction as output, and for ground choose the direction as input output and signal as ground, and then hide again. So we are done with the ports also, only the connections left. Just connect the VDD to the source of the PMOS, connect ground to the source of the NMOS, connect input to the gates. For rid of body effect, just connect body with the sources. Okay, by knowingly right now I am not connect the output, just to feel about the errors in the check and save. So here you can see one warning is coming. This is because the output port is floating. So I am just connecting it also. Okay, whenever you just floating something and you want to get rid of this, just press escape. Okay, now if you go for check and save, now I think no, there should not be any error. Okay, so now there is no error. Okay, so this is our schematic of inverter. Now I will simulate with the help of ADEL simulation. So just press on launch ADEL session. Okay, so here I will give stimuli PVT, and I am going to take transient analysis. So first I will choose temperature as 27 degrees Celsius, or I can go choose any worst case also like 125. Process variation I will choose slow. This is the corner. So what are the corner files? You will learn in this. This is in the further courses. For example, you can go for Anuj Grover sir lectures also in the DVD. So here you can choose slow, apply, and OK. Further for analysis, choose transient. I have give 150 nanosecond for transient analysis. So I have given analysis corner files. Now I want to give stimuli. DC supply and ground for 0. Just click apply. Then VDD. Again enable. In input just give pulse signal, because we are going for transient analysis, then we want to see how the output varies according to our input. So I will vary my input according to pulse. So this is voltage 1, basically it is low voltage, and in high voltage I will give supply as 1.08. For period I will choose 12 nanosecond. Pulse width, basically if you not give any number, then by default it will take 50%. So I will just left it, apply and OK. So I will want to just summarize this. What I have done, first I have choose temperature. Basically in the VLSI designing, there are three basic parts: PVT, P for process, B for voltage, T for temperature. So in process, we have basically 5 corners: typical, fast, slow, fast, slow, and slow, fast. So with this process, we have just apply as worst condition as possible to make our design. So our design also work in the worst condition also. So I have just make my PMOS and NMOS both slow, because I have given process as SS. So I have make my NMOS also slow and PMOS also slow for the worst condition. In temperature, I have given as worst as possible, so I have given 125 degree temperature. And for analysis, I have given transient analysis and PVT. Okay, and V is the voltage which I have given in stimuli. I have given very low temperature, which is very low voltage, which is 1.08 volt. So why in low temperature, low voltage is also a worst condition. Okay, now just click on output to be plotted, select on design, select input and output, again choose ADEL and netlist and run. Click on netlist and run. So this is the ADL simulation. You can click here, so you can see clearly like input is varying according to the opposite to the output. Input is 1, then output is 0. Again input is 0, output is 1. You can make it zoom also and check the transitions. Okay, so here you can see a bump. It is due to capacitive coupling. Basically it is due to the gate and drain parasitic capacitance. Okay, for further follow the lectures of DVD. Okay, now I am going for Aldo simulation. So now to perform simulation on Mentor Graphics Aldo, we need to extract the gate level netlist from the Virtuoso. So how we will extract? Just search for log file. So here is the log file. You can see in the log file many updatation already happened. For example, simulation completed successfully already. So these are the updatation. Go in file, export, CDL. Here just browse the library, search your library, first inverter. Okay, just cross it here. So basic inverter 1 is the cell and the schematic, then close it. So here in the netlist side, you just write so it is basically a netlist which I have just named as .src.net, means I am sourcing the netlist. Okay, and then just apply. Minimize this and you just minimize everything. Just open the CMOS 65, go in desktop. You can see here my .src.net file just generated. Just click here. Okay, I will just rename my file as src.net.1. Okay, so here you can see a netlist generated. Here are two instances, MM01 and MM1. First one is for NMOS and second one is for PMOS. In NMOS, this MM0, just cross it and write X here and here also. So why we will do this? In model file, same with this same instances, there also instances created like MM0 and MM1. So for any error, we don't want any error. So just change the name and then save it. So what you will do now, just copy the command, go in the Aldo tutorial and paste here also. So this directory I have created. You also have to just create it. Press here, choose new folder and create a here, and again create a file. Okay, how you will create a file here? Just open terminal, right touch in.cir something like file, enter. So when you close this terminal, you can see a file is generated. So just generate this file by that and then delete, and then write whatever I will say in that. Just delete this. Okay. Okay, so I think I have choose the naming different, so I have just rename it inverter 1 simple. Okay, now I am just opening both and check the CIR file. Okay, now I will explain you the CIR file. Please listen this very carefully because it is very important. So what is this star? Star is basically used for commenting the lines. Okay, like I have commenting this simulation, Aldo in case insensitive, everything. This I have just commenting. Okay. For example, whatever file if you want to include, so you can include with the help of dot include. Okay. So I have include the model file for 65 nanometer technology, 65 nanometer CMOS 065, where this 65 is the 65 nanometer technology, which is the channel length of the transistors. Okay. So here min and min p dot CIR file, what does this mean? For example, in ADL I have choose the corner slow. So the whole ADL stimuli I will just replicate here in the Aldo also to match the results. So I have just choose that slow to min and min p. In Aldo the fast means max, typical means typ and typ. Okay, so here I have choose min and min p dot CIR. Min n means min nmos and min pmos. Okay, if I, for example, if I want to write for SF or typical, so I will write typ nmos, typ n typ p dot CIR. Okay, for fast I have already told you max is the correct word. Now I want to also include the src.net file, which is src1.net. Okay, I have just changed the name also. So here how to instantiate, I will just tell you. Go in the src.net, just copy this all 4 ports and paste here. Okay, again go copy this and again paste here, and in the front just write x1 or anything whatever you want. So this is the process which all you have to follow to instantiate your inverter in the CIR file. Okay, otherwise it will make error. Okay, again for what is this parameter? Okay, so if I want to use something again and again, so what I can do, I will just make a parameter of that. For example, I have used supply many times. Here I have used supply, again I have used supply. So I have just give 1.08 as the parameter name called supply. Similarly, T end is the parameter I have choose for 150 nanometer. T end is basically a simulation time axis, maximum time for which simulation is happening. Now for temperature defining, I have choose dot temp and 125 degree. For capacitor load, I have write C for capacitor. Out is the positive terminal where the the positive terminal is connected to out and the negative terminal is connected to ground, and the 20F is the 20 femtofarad capacitor I have applied there. Now in the netlist, VD is the voltage where I have connected the positive to the VDD and negative to 0. and name called supply. Similarly, VG is the voltage, ground is the positive terminal, 0 is the negative terminal, and 0. Similarly, I have instantiated my input, name called V1, and then positive terminal to in, negative terminal to ground, and I have named pulse. What is the syntax of this? The first 0 is defined as the low voltage, the high voltage 1.08, and then 0 signifies the delay time, the starting delay. Okay, 20 picosecond is the rise time of the input, and again 20 picosecond is the fall time. Then 6 nanosecond is the on pulse width, and then 12 nanosecond is the time period of the pulse. Now for probing is simple. In CRO also you have just probe. I think you all have done probing and see the output in the monitor. Similarly, here also probe. For example, V star. I star means all nets. So what the mean of this? I want to probe all the nets and capture the voltage. Similarly, I want to probe all the nets and capture the I means current. Similarly, I want to probe the X1. X1 is the instance here, which is the instance of my inverter, and capture all the voltage. Similarly, now the measure command. It is very important. So rise propagation delay. What is rise propagation delay? So how to measure that? So just write dot measure tran, because I am doing transient analysis, and TPLH. I have just named TPLH. You can name anything else also. Okay. So how to measure this? I am triggering the input when it is falling. Falling means VDD to 0. Whenever it will reach to the 50% of the VDD, I will trigger it, and then I will target my output when it will rising from 0 to VDD, because inverter output is inverse. So in rising age 0 to VDD, whenever it will reaches the 50% of rising, I will target it. So with the help of this measure command, I have just calculated my propagation, rise propagation delay. Similarly, the fall propagation delay, the input I will trigger when it is rise from 0 to VDD at 50%, I will trigger, and for target I will target my output when it will fall from VDD to 0 at 50%, I will target it. Similarly, for transient rise time and fall time. For fall time, how to calculate? It will calculate on the output only. So I will trigger my output when it will reaches the 80% of the supply, and target my output when it reaches the 20% of the supply. Both I will trigger and target at the fall one. What is this fall one and rise one? Okay, I will explain with the help of the graph when we will generate it. Okay, again for rise time, how to measure rise time? Dot measure tran T rise. I will trigger my output at the 20% of the supply at the first rises, and target my output at the 80% of the supply at the first rises. This is the delay calculation. I have just took the average of the TPLH plus TPHL by 2. What the full form of the TPLH? LH is from low to high, and HL from high to low time period. Okay. So what is this command? Tran 1p.tn. So this is show that I am doing the transient analysis. 1p is the resolution time. What is the 1p means? Basically, it will tell you when the tool will generate the output in 1 picosecond. And t and I have already discussed. It is the simulation time in the time axis till 150 nanosecond. It will transient. Okay. So here I have choose 150 nanosecond, and then dot end. Okay. So I think I have to just save this. This is the src.net. We have already discussed it. This is NSVTLP and this is PSVTLP. 2 instances. Similarly, this is the width, length, and that's the width and length of the PMOS. Save. Okay. Now I will run the. For run, just click on open terminal. Write CSH. Enter. And then source Mentor 2020. I am sourcing the, because I am doing it in the Mentor graphics. So this is the sourcing part. Now I will Aldo. I am sourcing the Aldo with the help of basic inverter 1.cir. Enter. So okay, there no error is found, 4 warnings, it is normal. Okay, so this is the calculation part. What we have got the output, like TPLH we have got something, T rise T fall also we have got something delay, but you can clearly see here rise time and fall time as we are not getting equal. We are getting rise time H much high from the fall time. Why it is so? So I think I should explain with the help of src.net file. Okay, so here you can see the NMOS width and PMOS width we have choose same, but the rise time of the PMOS is quite high. That means the PMOS is taking more time to charge the capacitor. So how we will make strong the PMOS? So answer is just increase the width of the PMOS, or we can say make the aspect ratio high of the PMOS. So I am for this I am just increase the width of the PMOS, or I will just double it. Okay, 135 I will make 0.270. okay, and then save. Okay, so I will again run. Let's see. Hope rise. Okay, so you can see now rise time and fall time almost equal, and TPLH and TPHL also equal, 2.27, 2.23, and delay is also 2.23. So now I will want to see those results in the graphical way. So just you can see when I have just run this, then one file is created, basic inverter 1.wdb. So this WDB, with the help of this WDB file, we will generate our graphical results, waveform results. So I have write EZ wave basic inverter 1.wdb. okay, and then enter. Let me open it again. Okay, the name is wrong, so that's why the output is not coming. Again enter. So you can see basic inverter, click on plus sign, click on transient sign and X1. Here you can see input and output. Again you can see same result is coming. The input is 1, then output is 0. When input is 0, output is 1. So it will show the characteristics of the inverter. Okay, so now I want to tell you the fall is equal to 1, rise is equal to 1, what that means. So you can see the rise is falling, the output is falling. So this is the fall one. When output is rising, this is the rise one. When output is again falling, this is the fall 2. When output is again rising, then it is rise 2. Okay, similarly this is the input fall 1, this is the input this is the input rise 1, this is the input fall 1, again input rise 2, input fall 2. So this is the rise 1 and fall 2. So I think this is also end. Now for layout, only layout is left.